Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It is Let's Maker It Day. So I got my mic over here, so I'm just gonna lean over this way. All right, so as you can see, I've turned my computer around from my super exciting space background, and I'm here over on my work table. We're going to do some soldering today. Today what we're going to do is we are going to take our Arduino Uno. This is the little computer that runs the piano program. And we are going to solder some headers into these little holes. So see these big black brackets. This is where we put the wires into to wire up all the piano presses and the lights and stuff like that. But next to them, there are these little holes, and that's what we're actually going to use to connect everything. And in order to use those holes, we need to solder in some of these little male headers into them. So they will go like this. See? Can you see? Here. Which way? Like that. I don't know, maybe it's hard to see. There's actually little pins sticking out of them now. And they stick out of the bottom like this. That'll just allow us to connect them to our digital cookie board, which we're going to use to set everything up, make our first prototype, well, our first real prototype. So let's see, happy Halloween to everyone. Yeah, so it's the 28th today. We only got a couple more days of October. It's hard to imagine that we're at the end of October. Feels like this year has just been such a weird, fast year, you know? Thanks to who's Matt. Not entirely sure what you are talking about, sir. Who's Matt on Scratch? I don't know who Matt is on Scratch. Sky is here. Micah, Reagan. Reagan, where's the rest of your clan? Are they on watching with you and you're typing? Aiden is with us. Hello, Mr. Lauer. Okay. Let's get going. First, before we start soldering today, just a reminder. So this is our solder. This is what we're going to be melting onto stuff so that it makes these strong electrical connections for us. And I was doing some research into solder. I was like, you know, I know there's lead in here, but like how much? Turns out this is about 60% lead, mostly lead. So lead is very toxic. You don't want to ingest it at all. And so I was looking up how to be safe with solder. And they suggested that, they said there's two things. First, the fumes that come when you're melting it are not actually vaporized lead, which is really good. It's the flux inside, but it's still, that you still don't want to breathe. So in order to blow, we have this little fan here. There it is, little fan. We use the fan to blow away the fumes so I don't breathe it in. But then they said the most important thing is to just make sure that you don't touch the solder and then eat, because you don't want to accidentally ingest some of the lead dust. So they said after you solder, make sure you wash your hands really well. So I'm going to do that. But they also said that you could wear gloves. So I've never soldered with gloves. I'm going to try that, see if that helps keep some of the lead off. But I'm going to also wash my hands after this. So I'll put these are just like general purpose, like kitchen gloves, you know. So I'm going to put these on, and if I find that I can manipulate the electronics good with these gloves, then that's fine. That's what we'll just do. Okay. Reagan says, million question marks. I'm the coolest panda on Scratch. Well, Reagan, that is debatable. I have not seen very many. I haven't seen all of the pandas on Scratch yet. So, but of the pandas I have seen, you are so far the coolest. Yes. What about cool as ice? I don't know what that means. And Captain, I am not with Ruby or Ryder. What? Where are they, Reagan? They should be here with us. Okay, let's get going today. We got a lot of work to do. First, let me plug in my soldering iron. This guy gets super, super hot. Let me just show you some of the tools. This is the soldering iron. This is what we're going to use to melt the solder. I have here, this is a little holder for it. So it sits inside here, and then it doesn't, because it's so hot that if you were to just put it on the table, it would melt the table. So you just have this little corkscrew of metal so it can float in the air. This is a solder tip cleaner. It's just a bunch of metal mesh that you can stab the tip of the soldering iron in, and it cleans it off. This is called my helping hands. It's just this weighted little thing. It has all these little alligator grips on it so that you can pinch things on, and it will hold it up in the air so that you can solder them. It also has this magnifying glass, which I really wish worked better, but it doesn't seem to I can never seem to get it at a good angle. I think I would really, in order for this to work really well, I would have to clamp this down onto the table so that it doesn't move around, which I guess I could do. But I do use it for just some quick, small little solder jobs. This is a breadboard. We're going to use it to just hold everything in place and solder today. All right. And then of course we have our solder. That's all that we're going to need today. Oh, and then this last one. This is a solder pump. If you make a mistake and you got to pull molten solder off of something, you can push this down. It clicks, and then you push the button, and it sucks really fast, pulls the solder off. Hopefully we won't have to use any of that today. Okay. Let's get going. Let's get soldering. So let me switch my cameras here. There we are. I'm going to go back to my table here. I should still be able to read if you send me chats. I'm going to move my microphone. Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Okay. Sounds good. Okay. 407 and getting really hot. Really, really hot. Yeah. It is getting hot. So we got our soldering iron here. And right here is where we're going to do our work. So I'm going to put this breadboard down here. So here is our Arduino that we're going to need to solder all of these headers onto. All right, I have some headers here. These little pins. And this one I've already snapped off to fit perfectly into our first row here. So I'm going to flip over and I'm going to take my pins, I'm going to stick them in like this. Okay? That's where they're going to go. And we're going to solder them on this side. Okay? This side. So what we're going to do is we'll just stick it all into the breadboard. So now that is pretty secure down in there. And we are going to just, we're going to solder this guy onto the breadboard. Let's see if we can't get a better way of, let me see. Just want to make sure they all go on in a straight and easy way. So let's do this. We got this one here. This one fits. But then we need how many over here? Let's see. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8. So let me see if I have any 8s here, or I gotta break one off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and then this one is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 here. I think I had a 2. Here's a 2. So 6 plus 2 equals... Don't mess with Captain in a soldering competition. Ah, you know what? I'm glad that you say that, Aiden, because the thing is that I was not very good at soldering. I had to see this. This was just like me practicing soldering, and look how bad. Like, it's like burnt and just terrible soldering jobs. And I learned that part of it was this is not a good board to solder, and the solder I was using was not very good solder, and I thought I was really terrible at it. Then I got some better tools and I just practiced more, and I got pretty good at it. So the lesson to learn is that you might be terrible at something, but when you practice, you get good at it, you know? Okay, so let me see. I'll put down these 8. And then we have a gap. And then we have 6. And then we have 2. Okay, so see, take a look. We got these, we have a gap, and then we have 8. And then over here, we have all of these, the gap, and then 8. So let's see if this will fit right on top. Line all these holes up. It's like 30 pins and all these holes. Gotta line it up perfectly. There we go. Okay, we got it down. There we go. So now we want to solder all this together. Now I'm going to actually, let me grab another breadboard because it's a little wobbly because it's a little bigger. So I'm just going to grab another breadboard. Here is, I have another breadboard? Here we go. Here's another breadboard. We're just going to use it to just hold up the other side. In fact, maybe we can move the whole thing over and do them all at once. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's see. If we put them here and we put them here, they should all line up all at the same time. Right? So let me see. Screw this rolls around. Snap these together. Okay, so now we got a super breadboard. Put these wires away later. Save those. Super breadboard. Pull our pins out. Okay. So let's see, if we do these are really far apart. Okay. So let's do the first row here. Skip 1 and 2. Okay, let's get this guy on. So hot. Yeah, we're going to start melting this in a second. Super breadboard. It's just really big. There we go, one set. What's going on here? I'm a little worried that this 2 seems a little short for some reason. Well, let's just make sure it goes all the way through when we put the breadboards together. Okay. So come on. Let's get this onto the right thing. Why is there... Huh. Having problems getting our second set in here. There we go. What is going on? Oh, it's because I used the wrong... I got way more than 8 over here, guys. Ah, okay. Skip 1, 6, and then 2. You know, it's like I kept trying to push it. I'm like, ah, it's just stuck. But you know what? It wasn't stuck. I was like, had the wrong number of headers in. Come on. And you know, I got it once, and then I wanted to move it, and now it's not like going in. I'm like only able to get it on one side at a time. Now these are all like totally misaligned. Come on. Straighten up, boys. Hope you guys aren't super bored of me just trying to push these stupid pins into the stupid holes. But here's the thing, if they don't line up right, they're not going to line up right inside on the cookie board. So I don't know if we're having some kind of problem. They look straight. Come on. Boy, what a pain. Maybe it'd be easier just to put them in and then slide them all into position. What if I pick them up a little bit like that? Now look how misaligned these all are. Well, we could do them like piece by piece. I wanted to kind of do them all at the same time, you know? Well, let me just put them in this way. Put them in this way, and then we'll stab them into the breadboard. Okay, well, yeah, but see this second row, I don't know if it's just that the breadboard is all squishy. That's my problem. Let's try doing it out on the side again. That seemed to work. I guess we won't be able to do it all at once though. What's up, Austin? Stab. I don't know how to join your Google Classroom. Okay, so if you go to mrincorvia.com, the invite code is there. You have to use that code to add a class when you sign into the Google Classroom. You might need to get a parent or adult or older brother to help you out doing it, Reagan. You have to sign into your Google Classroom. And then you have to say, okay, add captain's class. Man, you know, this is concerning to me, guys, because, like, I don't know. Obviously, it's straight on here. And it looks straight on here. But I can only get the first 10 pins to go in. And then the rest are just like, nope, don't want to do it. I mean, this is a real problem. We can't get these on here. I don't. This is frustrating me because we had it on. We had them pinned in there. And then all of a sudden it's just like, no, I do not want to go in. So instead of using 6 and 2, let's just snap 8 off. So here's another row header. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we just got 8. That should make it easier. And now it's all straight. Man, why? Okay, we're just gonna do 8 at a time. Okay, there we go. I just had to push them all at once. Okay, so here is the solders we need to do right along this back row. Okay, now I can smell my soldering iron is super hot. We're gonna turn our fan on so that we don't breathe any of the fumes. Get my solder here. Okay, and we're gonna get down in here. We're gonna solder these guys on. So let me take my glasses off. Actually, take my hat off. Okay. One. to, I don't know, can you see this? I need to get a better camera, which will allow me, like, this webcam is like designed, it's a webcam, you know, so it's focused on being like, okay, your subject is going to be like, you know, 5 feet away from the camera. I need to get a camera that will be like able to focus on like really short distances. Okay, so see, I got a little glob on there that I didn't want, so I'm just gonna stab it in my cleaner. Try again. There we go. That was a tough one. So I'm just trying to get a little cone shape of solder. And like, you know, all the videos I said, they're always like trying to like heat the pad up and then just touch it to the post. But that never works for me. What I have to do is I put it on the pad and I heat the post and the pad up. And then I kind of just like touch the soldering iron with my with the solder, and it begins to melt, and then it flows right down into the hole. Last one. There was like a class that I could take at the Reuseum, and how to solder, but honestly I just like learned to teach myself. Okay, so here we go. Let me take a look at these solders. Pretty good job there. Pretty good job of soldering all that down. Now what we want to do is we want to solder the other side. So we can pull this out. So there we go. Now you can see, look how, see how the pins are like at a weird angle? I'm concerned that this is just going to not go into our cookie board correct. Here's our cookie board. This is what, remember I was like fighting, get them in there, get them in there. Oh, but look, it does go in. Strange. Okay. Alright, so let's plug this in. So now, how many do we need on this side? Let's see. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need another 8. How many do I got over here? Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to snap the last 2 off. We'll grip them in my pliers like this and just push, Snap. Came right off, see? Okay, so there's our 8 that will go right into here like this. And now let's count how many we need for the second row here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we already got a 6 from the last time. So here's our 6. We'll push them into the holes right there, like, oh, is it really 6? This is 6. Here's 6. There we go. Okay. So now we got these. Let's see if we can't put this all together onto oh no, my glove got caught. Oh no, it fell out because the glove got caught. Okay, here, let's just push that down in there and skip a row. 6. All right, here we go again, guys. The whole, like, can we get these? Here, what do we got here? Been taken 1,000 minutes. Yes, it does take a long time. Hello, Mr. Turner. Glad you've joined us. Micah says, no, 3 billion seconds. No, not 3 billion seconds. This work does take a while. It's important to make sure you know what you're doing and make sure that you are careful with everything that you're trying to put together. Because, you know, there is a saying that says, measure twice, cut once. So you want to make sure that all of the things that you are doing, okay, so I got those in that hole. Now what we want to do is get there we go. Look at that, guys. We got it all down. That was what we were trying to do from the beginning. And I can feel that the breadboard was a little like warped, and that might be part of the problem. And I realized I just touched my face with the glove, which is what I was not supposed to do. So, bad job, Captain. Okay. Yeah, the breadboard is a little warped. I have to kind of push it down to get it into place. We'll start over on this side. We'll start on this side over here. Let me see. A little focus. We'll start soldering on this side and go this way, so that way it'll stay down in place as we go. All right, let me get my soldering iron. Clean it off in the little cleaner like this. Okay. Get some solder. One. Two. Three. Four. 5. 6. 7. 'Straighten that out a bit. Okay. Okay, so that's 1 on this side. 2, 3, 4. Clean. There we go. I'm creating bubbles rather than cones. I'm a little concerned. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. So this is the one that I gotta push down a little bit, yeah. One more. Okay. Probably won't even use those last couple pins there, so that's good. Okay. Okay, so we have soldered on all the pins onto this Arduino Uno board. Let's pull it out here. Turn my fan off. Okay, so let's take a look, guys. Pulling this off here. Right? Ah. You're welcome, Austin. Okay. So you can see what we've done here. See all these like long spiky things? That's what we did. We added them to the other side. So here we did the soldering, and now we've added them on to the other side. So now what we can do is when we have our cookie board like this, we can put it into the cookie board like this. One side in. And there we go. See, so now we have 2 sides in, right? Then we have them on this side. So we actually will probably want to solder it on the back side. So flip it around. And then we will have our buttons on these 2 rows, and then we will have the lights on these 2 rows. And then we'll have to wire everything together. So we're probably about 2 more maker shows away from having our piano be a solid, strong, finished product. All right. Yeah, it definitely, these headers went on a little strange. I wonder if it would have been better to just like use the cookie board, which would have been straight. I think that the fact that this breadboard is a little wobbly, I think our headers went on a little wobbly. You can see how it's not like this is not totally straight with the bottom board. So see this white board on the bottom? It's not straight with this top black board. See, there's a gap in between them. They should be together. They should be together. Like it's together on this side. See how the pins go all the way down, and on this side there's a little gap. You see the gap in there? But it should be okay. The pins are okay. We did it though. We got them connected. me add on, let me show you. Add on some text here. Here we are. All right, join my Google Classroom. This is super big. Select a color, yellow. All right, here's my Google Classroom. So there's the code, all right? There is the code. In fact, I can put, well, here we go, guys. Like mrincorvia.com. Go to mrincorvia.com. Go to mrincorvia.com, and right here is the classroom code. Enter that in, and you will be able to join our live stream. Okay, in fact, you know what? I forgot to put the live stream on today's cast, so let's see. Whoops, totally wrong thing. Hold on a second. Okay. Oh, Reagan sent me. She says, Captain, how do I join your Google Classroom? Oh, well, I'm telling you right now. So what you need to do is you need to go to your Google Classroom. Okay, let me pull up Google Classroom right here. Here we are. Okay. So this might be look a little different for you because I'm a teacher. So here is like your class. You have to log into Google Classroom, and you click this plus button, join or create a class, and you'll go to join class. And then right here where it says class code, ask your teacher for the class code and enter it here. This is where you type in my Google class code. Okay, and my Google class code is this. Okay, so type that in there. You can also get a parent to help. And if you ever forget, like, oh my goodness, I've lost the class code, all you need to do is go to mrincorvia.com right here, all right? And that will take you, that's the code that you need to put in. Okay, guys? So, that's it for today. I am going to go wash my hands. Okay? And drop a glove on the ground. It was good seeing you. Next week we will put the buttons on, we'll get the lights on, and then probably the week after that we will wire the buttons to the Arduino Uno, and then we'll be done. We'll move on to another project. Okay? Super good seeing you all. I know how to join it. I found out all by myself. Yes, Reagan, that is what this class is all about, is about figuring it out for yourself, you know? It's not like, I mean, as a teacher, I really enjoy helping you, but what I enjoy the most is when you say, you know what, I'm going to try to figure it out myself. Because you know what? One day, Captain's not going to be there. You're going to have a problem, and you're going to look around, and you're going to be like, hey, Captain. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, Big Brother. Hey, Grandpa. Hey, Uncle Steve. Hey, dog. And they're not going to be there, and only you are going to be responsible and able to solve your problem. So you have to learn to dig deep and solve things for yourself. So Reagan, I am super happy that you were able to figure that out, okay? All right, Austin and Micah and Mr. Turner and Sky and Reagan, thank you all for joining today. I'm going to post this video to my Google Classroom right now, so I'll see you there soon. Bye-bye.